transgender woman to portray transgender best friend of Batgirl in live action movie. Well, yes, stunning and brave triumph, blah, blah, blah. So, well, here's the story, and there's the actor, actress, I don't know, what do you do, who will be portraying the character. So, a transgender woman has been cast to portray transgender best friend. Yeah, because those are the rules. You know, you understand? You can't just hire anybody to play the role. That's well, it's something. Anyway, so this will be Batgirl's best friend, and I think roommate. At least that's how it was in the comics. See, that's the deal here. This one has something of an edge because they already did that in the Batgirl comic book. Yes, for virtue signaling, but nevertheless, they did. So she has this roommate who's transgender. So anyway, and it will be the first time an openly transgender character makes an appearance in a live-action movie adapted to Disney. Well, technically, no, I guess, because this is a movie and not a series, but Supergirl had a transgender character, and we'll get to that in a bit. But I guess that's what they mean, you know, for a movie. This will be the first time. Wow. Anyway, Ivory Aquino of Tales of the City and When We Rise will play Alicia Yo in the Batgirl movie. The Yo character first appeared in a 2011 issue of Batgirl. Yeah, see? Written by Gail Simone and drawn by Artie and Saya. Adding that the movie also stars Leslie Grace as Batgirl, Barbara Gordon, J.K. Simmons as Gotham City Police Commissioner Jim Gordon, Michael Keaton reprising his role as Batman Bruce Wayne, and Brendan Fraser as the unspecified main villain. Well, apparently it's going to be Firefly. So, there you go. Anyway, Aquino previously starred in cisgender... yeah. Anyway, cisgender female roles before publicly coming out as transgender woman during a promotional tour for When We Rise, because it's not about a story or anything. It's, you know, it's political films, you know, in which she portrayed transgender activist Cecilia Chung. See, it's a damn good thing that Aquino here was really a trans, because holy crap. Now, see, here's the thing. So you got to use the word cisgender. You can't just say, well, you know, real woman. See, because they all know. But then again, why do you have to say that? If a trans woman is a woman, why can't a woman play the... Yeah, I know. Yeah. Don't try to understand it. Just obey. Anyway, Variety noted that there have been several strides broadening LGBTQ+. All right, you got the plus in there. You got the plus. But come on, guys. Got to have the IA+. Otherwise, you're a phobe. Anyway, representation is superhero adaptations over the past few years, especially on television, mentioning that the CW series Supergirl included the first trans superhero on TV in Dreamer. Yeah. And the superhero's sister came out as a lesbian. Yeah, after the first season was establishing a romance with a man, but nevertheless, they just, never mind. The actress is a lesbian, so it's okay, all right? You understand? But then, hey, who isn't, you know? But anyway, Dreamer. Yeah, Dreamer was based on the Legion of Superheroes character, Dream Girl. Yeah, Dream Girl was never trans. Even though it's in the distant future where, I don't know, you can probably do anything, you know? But no. Dream Girl was a girl. Yeah. Always, yeah. But they decided that the name Dream Girl was offensive, right? So they changed it to Dreamer. And then the Supergirl series decided, hey, let's make Dreamer trans. See, that's where here, at least Miss Aquino here, is playing an established character who always was a trans character. This isn't some woman character that they decided, hey, for representation, let's just, you know, retroactively make this the deal. No, they didn't do that. This character was always transgender. So that gives Batgirl the edge. Yeah. Whereas here, you know, they're swapping and whatnot. for that character. So anyway, there you go. So there's that. So anyway, Variety kept on going on about CW's Batwoman character has always been a lesbian. Well, yeah, the new Batgirl that came out of the original 52 series, not the new 52. But now it's they don't have the Kate Kane character anymore. So this is where Batwoman should be kicking itself, because where they failed. Because when Ruby Rose got the boot and all that, they should have replaced her character with a trans woman. CW, how could you? Good Lord. Ugh. Just unforgivable, really. Anyway, she's always been a lesbian in the animated TV series Harley Quinn, which I've only seen the first episode, and it was crap. I don't understand why people like this crap, but they do, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, ended its second season with Harley and Poison Ivy falling in love. Yeah, but that's been a thing for a while, so who cares? In addition, the magazine said the title character in the 2021 Marvel Studios Disney Plus series Loki revealed he is pansexual. Yeah, but then he made out with his female self, so I don't know. He's more into himself than anyone else. Anyway, the movie Eternals included the Marvel Cinematic Universe's first same-sex couple. Yeah, and that's another one where no one saw the movie because it's crap. But the character, I don't know that they ever really established the sexuality because no one cared for that one, so it was kind of a blank page. So, all right, he's gay. Who cares? Anyway, not everyone commenting on Variety's story about a trans woman portraying the transgender character in Batgirl was thrilled. Stunning and brave, one commenter replied sarcastically, it's going to be so successful, and what's even better is when it's not. Then we can call people bigots and biased. Yeah, that's pretty much the template, especially since, at least Ghostbusters 2016. What a stunning, brave triumph. It's time we talked about trans Batgirl. Exactly. See, that's the failing for Batgirl. This is why isn't the Batgirl character trans, You know what? There was a trans Batgirl. There was this story within I don't know if it was the same team. I don't think it was. No, it wasn't Gail Simone or whatnot. But anyway, there was this story where there was this imposter Batgirl running around who was like really brutal and violent or something. And Batgirl's like, what the hell's going on? Another Batgirl? And I don't mean the other Batgirls they've had, what's her name? Stephanie and Cassandra Cain. No. This one was just some imposter. And Batgirl had to find out who she was. And she tracked her down and ripped off the mask. And it was some dude she knew. See? And but they were shamed and apologized for the story because, well, not because this was presenting a trans person as a villain, but that Batgirl's reaction to this fake Batgirl, whatever, being revealed, unmasked to be this guy that she knew. He said, but you're a... Yeah, you're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to, of course, you were always, a strong and brave, beautiful woman. Because, I mean, the guy was not open about it, So what do you do, But no, they all had to apologize and everything. I know you're supposed to obey the rules, but you can't learn them. But that's no excuse. Anyway, someone else said, creepy. For this idea to even enter into a person's thought process shows a mental defect. Every single one of these woke movies bombs at the box office, yet they still keep pumping them out. Very odd. So I guess he's referring to the template. Yeah. Anyway, they ruined Supergirl with this, so why not Batgirl? Yeah, well, Supergirl, and like I said, did it worse because they just ass backwards re-engineered a character that was decades old. Here, we actually have an original character who, was transgender from the get-go. So there you are. Now they're doing it for the reasons and the message and all that stuff. But yeah, I guess got to give Batgirl the edge on this one, as far as that goes. But the thing about poor Batgirl is that this is what I thought of. Because I was on other streams and whatnot, and people said, hey, come on, Leslie Grace is a great actress, really like her. Let's give her a shot. And because you're already race swapping the character. I was like, well, I don't know. I thought at the outset it was going to be a spinoff of the Matt Reeves Batman because they've already race swapped Gordon and everything, but no, J.K. Simmons. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. And that was intriguing and whatnot. And, I just said, yeah, whatever. If it's going to just be a Batgirl adventure, then I can get over the casting. And I don't know anything about this woman. Maybe she'll do really good. All that stuff. And I was intrigued by J.K. Simmons coming back and saying, oh, wow, this is actually going to be DCEU stuff. And then there's Michael Keaton. That's the whole hassle is being dragged down by their rebooting the DCEU crap and all that stuff. So that's dragging it down. But now here you have this character that's established, granted, albeit recently. I mean, it's 2011, but nevertheless, current era of Bat, because there's really no DC Comics anymore. It's kind of a zombie company at this point. But nevertheless, that's the establishment they're going for, rather than looking back to old Batgirl stories and stuff like that. I guess they just won't. And the costume, of course, is part of that era. You've seen her in it, and all that. So that's what they're adapting. And probably not the best source material, but what have you, but it's too many things piling onto it to where, is this even Batgirl anymore? Are you going to let Leslie Grace be Batgirl? So it's like, oh, well, I give her a shot. Yeah, I'd give her a shot, but good Lord, every time you turn around, it's something else. So, boy, it's an uphill battle for the film. But that being said, there's little things here. I mean, like I said, this trans character was in the comics, and that's the version they're going with. I'm assuming this will be her roommate, or maybe they'll just be friends, or however they're going to do it. Apparently, Barbara Gordon will be a police officer and all this sort of stuff in this version. And but then you got the race swap Batgirl. Okay, all right. Then this Michael Keaton's going to be. And I'm like, what? Oh, because they're shaking up, twisting around, shuffling deck chairs for the DCEU. She's being dragged down by that. It's like, you got to go through all of that just to get to Batgirl versus Brendan Fraser, who I think is going to be Firefly. So, couldn't you just do a Batgirl movie? Is that too much to ask? Yeah. So anyway, yeah, I mean, it's not as bad as Supergirl, I guess. But you got to understand, after how many years of the Church of Woke, so the slightest hint of it just destroys everything. It's just absolute poison, And that's the problem. I'm very much aware of this, that there could be, it's understandable why, but there is definitely a sense of woke shell shock, could be. But here, one thing, here comes another thing. What's next? And will the plot be it's all Commissioner Gordon's fault because he's, the dad? Yeah, maybe. I don't know. And if that's the case, well, then never mind, Then the whole thing about she's going to replace Batman and Supergirl replace Superman for their new DCEU and all of that. So that's just, you're dumping all of that onto a Batgirl movie before it even gets a chance, And that's a bigger part of the problem. But so the odds are, hey, no, don't worry, it's not really well. Well, you can hope, but I don't know. Anywho, there you go. Batgirl. Thanks for watching and listening. Say, while you're still here, why not like and subscribe and share with your many friends? Yes. Also, check out my mini stores in the link description below. Yes, where you can get t-shirts, hats, mugs, all those goodies with my artwork on them. Oh, yeah. And head over to indieplanet.com and pick up a copy of my comic book, Night Night. Oh, yeah. You can also catch me at my podcast, Mr Nailsin Show, on RadioMisfits.com. And you can also watch my videos on BitChute.com and now on Rumble.com. Oh, my goodness. So many places to watch me and my stuff. Oh, yeah. And if that's not enough for you, well, you can follow me on many social media platforms and say hi to your old pal, Mr. Nailsin.